Let's talk about preparing for a game, because I'm sure many people think, well, all the umpire has to do is wake up, find the right clothes, put on his hat and sunglasses and get a cab. I mean, in the build-up to a test, however big or small, what do you actually do?
My preparation is the same for all different series. When we get to the venue, we have a venue inspection. We go to the nets physically when the teams are training. That's also a great opportunity to build relationships with players, help bowlers with no balls and all those kind of things, get to know guys. And I think players, when they see umpires are also putting in the effort of trying to better themselves, also have more respect for what we're trying to do. So yeah, it's not just rocking up on the morning and putting your hat and sunglasses on.
So Australia playing England, you'd go to the nets and you'd watch Australia practice. Presumably you've got to be very even-handed.
Yeah.
Make sure you give the same amount of time to both teams. What else? Are you doing video analysis of particular players?
Yes, we've got a video library that the ICC provides us that we can access at any time. We also obviously have report backs on your previous games, and there might be certain aspects that they mentioned that you could address, so you have to look at those. We have an umpire coach that plans our preparation, plans our long-term goals. So yeah, we're well resourced, and they put a lot of money in umpiring, the ICC.
And what would you do? Would you look at the way a particular player? Is it more that you look at bowlers than batsmen?
You've got to get used to a particular batsman. But yeah, sometimes you've never seen this player who's going to make his debut for his country.
Yes.
You obviously didn't do his domestic cricket, so you have to get to know this player in the nets.
And what are you looking for?
Anything that's maybe different, or different angles, or if it's a spin bowler, does he bowl a googly? Does he get bounce? All those different type of things.
Just familiarity builds excellence in that way.
Yep, most definitely.
When a game is tailing off and it's heading for a draw, and there's a guy who's beaten the bat 15 times and he's got two edges and they've both been dropped, do you ever think, you know what, give the guy a wicket? It would be a kindness.
Let me help him out of his misery.
Yeah. I mean, even if he didn't find the edge this time, in the greater cricketing universe, he's at least worth one.
Yeah.
Has that ever occurred to you?
No. I try and keep it professional and give it the respect that it requires.
And a different question, and perhaps a more serious one. When you've got a decision wrong and the review system is no longer applying because reviews have been used up, in all sports they say, well, maybe the ref stroke umpire felt he had to balance things by giving the other side one. Whether you do it or not, is that a pressure that you feel?
Yeah, you do obviously feel that pressure, but that would mean I make two errors. I would rather just stay with the one initial error. Just one error a game is fine.
You've twice now, 17 and 2016, been chosen as David Shepherd Umpire of the Year. That's chosen by the referees, but maybe most particularly, it's also chosen by the captains, I believe. Do you think that makes you the best umpire of the world in the world, or does it just make you the best umpire for now?
Yeah, definitely just for now.
Yes.
There's still some of my colleagues that I'm in awe of their decision making. They are really, really strong. I think my strength is man management and handling the pressures of the game, and obviously I'm a reasonable decision maker. Yeah, you don't umpire for awards, but when they do come along, you obviously feel very privileged.
How often do people come along and say, mind if I sit down? Listen, what were you, or why did you, or...
Yeah, I've only had one bad experience during an IPL in India at the airport, when a guy just walked up to me and just didn't even greet. He just said that, that was a rubbish decision a couple of days ago. But generally people are respectful. I think maybe slightly different with well-known players. We are sort of second tier when it comes to that. But I've had no bad experiences there, apart from one.
Do you think that's because, with all due respect, a lot of people don't recognize you?
And I would prefer it like that.
Yes.
If I don't walk around with my sunglasses and my big hat, then I look different, which is good.
And you can't umpire with a mask. It's a little bit too late for that.
Yeah.
I want to finish by talking about the corruption around cricket. I would imagine if somebody phoned you in your hotel room and wanted to engage on that level, it would be pretty scary. You say it's never happened to you. Do you have guidelines for exactly what to do? And for example, has it happened to colleagues?
Yeah, we are trained by the ICC Anti-Corruption Unit how to respond in situations like that. The players go through the same training. I would say colleagues, other umpires, not guys that I personally know.
Yes.
Guys at domestic levels in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Have unfortunately fell for those kind of things.
Best bowler you've ever seen as an umpire?
I was lucky enough to umpire Shane Warne in the IPL in South Africa. He was obviously over his prime then, but I just remember that he's always been the best for me by a country mile.
Best batsman you've ever had the privilege to see as an umpire?
I'm not sure if he was the best, but my favourite was always been Virendra Sehwag from India, because he was just, see ball, hit ball kind of attitude.
Sometimes in your direction, so
yeah,
presumably he kept you on your toes.
He did. I've been hit a few times, but it's always been ricochet off the bowler. So when you pick up the initial line, you get out of the way, but then the bowler unfortunately changes that line. Yeah. But no serious damage.
I would think one of the worst things about the umpire getting hit is presumably all the players laugh.
And
you can hear them from fine leg.
Yeah, they do. So, especially when a batsman, or similar to a batsman getting a no blow. Yeah. We've got him.
Yeah. I want to finish off, Marais Erasmus, by offering you 3 wishes. What's your wish for South African cricket?
I would obviously wish that they win a World Cup. And if it means that I can't umpire in the final because South Africa's there, then that will be fantastic.
Away from cricket and just looking at our country as a whole, what's your wish for South Africa?
I hope that we can fulfill our potential. I think, in the Rainbow Nation, we started off so well, but we've fallen away slightly. So hopefully we can pick up that and make us proud.
Finally, what's your wish for yourself?
I hope for me and my family to be blessed. That's all I can wish for.
Thank you very much for spending time with us on Under the Skin.
Thanks for having me.